When Sarah's car broke down on a deserted mountain road at 2 a.m., her baby was barely breathing. No signal, no cars, no help, just ice, darkness, and a mother's desperate heart. So she wrapped her baby in her only blanket, kissed him, and began walking 30 miles in a freezing storm, alone. What happened next shocked the entire country. In the quiet town of Maple Ridge, winters were long and cruel, but for 27-year-old single mother Sarah Millers, life had always been colder. She didn't have much, just a small apartment, an old car, and her baby boy, Ethan. But Ethan was her whole world, the only reason she kept pushing through every hardship. On the night of December 14th, the coldest night of the year, something was terribly wrong. Ethan's tiny body burned with fever. His breathing was shallow, weak, almost desperate. Panic shot through Sarah's chest. She didn't think, she acted. She wrapped him in a blanket, grabbed her keys, and rushed to her old sedan. The car coughed, sputtered, and finally started on the fourth try. She whispered, "Please don't stop tonight, please," as she drove into the storm. The nearest open clinic was 35 miles away, through a steep mountain road. Snow hammered against the windshield. The wind screamed like something alive, but she kept whispering to her son, "Stay with me, baby. Mommy's getting you help." Halfway up the mountain, it happened. The engine lost power. The lights dimmed. The car jerked once, twice, and died completely. Silence swallowed everything. She grabbed her phone. No signal. Not even a single bar. Her heart pounded as she looked at Ethan's pale face. His breaths were getting weaker. The inside of the car was already freezing. If she stayed, he wouldn't make it. If she walked, she might not make it. But a mother chooses her child every time. She wrapped Ethan tightly to her chest, opened the car door, and stepped into the storm. The cold hit her like a wall, sharp, merciless, biting. Her boots sank into knee-deep snow. Wind pushed against her, trying to shove her back. She didn't stop. One step, then another. Her breath turned to ice. Her fingers went numb. She kept checking Ethan's breathing every few minutes. Each time, it felt weaker. "Please stay with me," she whispered through trembling lips. An hour passed, then two. Her legs shook from exhaustion, her vision blurred. Snow stung her eyes. The world around her faded into white. She kept walking because stopping meant death for both of them. Around the 12th mile, her body could take no more. Her knees buckled. She collapsed face first into the snow, instinctively curling her arms around Ethan to keep him warm. The cold wrapped around her like a blanket of death. Her eyes slowly closed. Her heartbeat slowed. Everything went silent. At 4:47 a.m., a truck driver named Mark Dosen took an unusual route. He never drove that road at night, but that morning something told him to. As his headlights cut through the storm, he saw a shape on the ground. Human. He slammed the brakes, jumped out, and ran. He dropped to his knees beside the still figure, a woman, frozen, barely alive, and something clutched in her arms. He gently peeled the icy blanket back. A baby, breathing, barely. "Oh, God," Mark whispered. He lifted them both and rushed them into his truck, blasting the heat. Ethan whimpered. That small sound was the first sign of life. Mark drove faster than he ever had, tearing through the snow toward the hospital. Doctors rushed to help. Ethan was suffering from severe fever and hypothermia, but he was treatable. Sarah, however, was fading. Her body temperature had dropped dangerously low. Hours passed as nurses worked to warm her. Then, a soft groan, a flutter of eyes. She woke up. Her first words were a broken whisper. My baby, is he okay?" A nurse smiled through tears and nodded. "He's alive because of you. You saved him." Sarah cried, deep, shaking sobs of relief. Mark stepped closer and said, "Ma'am, I don't know how you did it. Walking through that storm, you're the bravest person I've ever seen." Within days, the story spread across town, then across the entire country. People called her the mother with the lion's heart. Donations poured in, a new car, financial support, messages from strangers thanking her for reminding the world what true bravery looks like. But Sarah didn't care about attention. She just wanted to hold her son again. When she finally did, she pressed her face into his tiny shoulder and whispered, "You saved me too. You gave me the strength." The world moved on eventually, but those who heard her story never forgot it. Because strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a young mother walking alone through the darkest night, carrying hope in her arms, refusing to give up. A mother's love can walk through storms. It can defy death. It can create miracles. And that night, on a frozen mountain road, it did.